Back in the late 60s, everyone was changing their cars. AMC had a penchant for shortening cars. They took the Hornet, cut the tail off, and made it into a Gremlin. Well, they had the pony car era, and everyone remembers that. Mustangs, Camaros, Firebirds. AMC got into the act with the Javelin. So halfway through the Javelin's run, they said, we need something different. They lopped 10 or 12 inches out of a Javelin and made an AMX. And Ken, you've got one of those AMXs.
Yes, matter of fact, I have two. I used to have three, but I thinned the herd a little.
You're a glutton for punishment.
I'm a glutton for a really unique car that's a lot of fun and, you know, not quite the Corvette price, because the wheelbase is 97 inches, which is just about identical to mid-60s C2 Corvette.
Right, so it makes them a little twitchy in corners, but that was not what the AMX was about. For some reason, the AMX was a pony car that was a sporty car that was after a whole different market. They didn't want it to compete against the Javelin, but they made it look cool. It had special colors, it had special engines, and that two-seater configuration. That made it unique and interesting. Now, you got this one as a race car. You won at the California Hot Rod Reunion last year in the AFX category.
Yes.
Now, this year you ran up there, not as well, but hey, it's racing. Tell us a little bit about the mechanicals, because this thing's got a killer engine in it.
Yes, in fact, I have to credit my friend Dave Franklin for most of the build of the car. I bought the car from Dave 2 years ago, and I actually was in the market for building a new engine for one of my other AMC race cars, which is a 67 AMC Rogue.
Okay. And
Dave approached me and he said, you know, you're an AMC guy, you know, you should probably just buy my car, just build a new engine. It has a 427 cubic inch engine. It's based on an AMC 401 block, but he added the 4-bolt mains, a Moldex 4-inch stroker crank.
Wow.
And he actually underbored the engine. It's a warranty block, so they were used to service the 304, the 360, and the 401, because they all were the same outward dimensions.
Right. And
it was just a matter of bore changes. So the motor is only a 4125 bore, which is very close to what the bore would be for a 360.
All right, so that keeps the engine cool, because
yes,
it keeps the cylinder walls thick enough so it doesn't overheat, and the stroke, that gives you all that low-end torque, and this thing really rockets off the starting line.
You know your cars. The car has incredible torque, and it doesn't have to rev really high to go fast.
Right.
I shift the car at 6,500.
Which is still pretty darn good. But 427 cubic inches, everyone discounts the AMCs. Like, oh, it's a Rambler. But they had some super cars. AMX was one of them. The base engine was 343, then they went 390, and then later in the 401s. Now yours is 427 cubic inches, and not many people know that that engine could even exist. And talking with Dave, who built the motor with you, or for you, this is one heck of a car. You can run 10s in the quarter, can't you?
Yes, last year I ran 1025 at the Hot Rod Reunion, and over the last year I've worked on the tuning of the car, and this year I dialed in at 10.0 at the Hot Rod Reunion.
Oh, good.
So I picked up a quarter of a second, just really getting the car, dialed in.
All right, so they're real unique. If someone has never seen an AMX, they've got to take a look at it. It started out as a show car originally, and it got so much press and popularity on the show circuit, AMC went right into production, and it was simple. Just take a Javelin, shorten it on the inside. It's not shortened on the outside. The area in the back is the same. The driver's compartment is where the distance came out of.
Yes, yeah. The car is, it's comfortable for two people, but obviously it doesn't have a back seat, so it's really a sports car. And when they road raced the car in '68, when they came out, they actually initially raced against Corvettes and AC Cobras, and they were put in A production, SCCA production class. So they're more of a two-seat sports car if you're going to road race, but they're an awesome drag racing car with the short wheelbase, and it makes the most use out of that wheelie bar. This car stands up the front end about 2-3 feet in the air. When I first started driving it, it was a little intimidating, but now it's just fun. Yeah, when you're looking up at the sky and you don't see the ground, it could be a little concerning, but the car goes straight. It leaves hard, it goes straight. It is a workable race car that you don't have to manhandle. You drive it and you go straight and you go good. Yes, the one or two times that the car didn't go straight off the line, the builder, Dave Franklin, said, well, sometimes, Ken, you got to drive the car. 99 times out of 100, it launches hard, it goes straight, and it's just a fantastically, competitive and consistent race car. And unique. Yes, everyone loves the car. I get so many compliments. I actually took the car back to Kenosha. It was all yellow when I bought the car from Dave, and I added the shadow mask on the front, the orange, that's called a shadow mask. That was a 70 option on the AMX. And then I did the blue in the back, the reverse shadow mask, similar to how Shirley Shahan's '69 Super Stock car was painted. Yeah, and I've talked to Shirley about those days in AMX, and I knew the guy that was tuning them for her. And she did great. She still liked her Plymouths, but hey, you know what? She did well. Well, we're all the Mopar family now, right? Yeah, it's all Mopar now. Explain that to some of the guys, the old school guys. Yeah. What? But but it's a great car. It's a beautiful car in great condition. You're racing it now. The other one you have, is it also a race car? The other AMX is actually, it's a road racing car. I bought it from the original owner in Novato, California. It was raced at Sears Point and at Laguna Seca. In fact, one of the Penske drivers in '69 raced my car. They wrecked their Javelin in practice, so they took the engine out of the Javelin, put it in my road racing car, and a Penske driver drove my car the next day. And I understand he did well in the car, but I have that car, and then I also have a '67 AMC Rogue that I've been working on for 2 years, rebuilding it. I've changed about everything on the car in the last 2 years, and just brought it, in fact, here to Barona last weekend for the first test, and it ran fantastic. It's a stick car. Yeah, it's a low 10-second, quarter-mile stick car with a clutchless G-force 4-speed. And it's also a hoot to drive. I can imagine. Why don't you explain to people what a Rogue is? Well, I didn't know when a Rogue was. When I was first offered to buy the car, a friend of mine found the car, and he said, "You're from Northern Illinois originally, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And the car was in Orange County. It'd come all the way across the country to a guy in Orange County, bought the car, and the Rogue was a derivative of the Rambler. And in 66 and a half, AMC came out with their new V8 engine design. It's called the Gen 2 engine.
Right.
And it was a 290 initially. And they wanted to put it in a special model car. So they made a version of the Rambler called a Rogue. And they put this new Gen 2 engine in it.
Right.
And my car is a 67. And it was originally a 294 speed car from the factory, and they continued that car till 69, the Rogue, as a submodel of the Rambler, and it was really the precursor of the Rambler Scrambler that came out in 69.
Yeah, which was the Rambler American, and it was to compete against the Chevy 2 and the Ford Falcons of the era.
Yes, in fact, sometimes the announcers at tracks will confuse my Rogue with a Chevy 2, and some of my friends that that have Rogues, they have license plates that say not a Nova.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so Ken, you're coming out here today or this weekend. It's going to be a Match Race Madness event, and you're going to be running best 2 out of 3.
Actually, I'm going to race 650 Index.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I raced it last year at Irwindale, and I won the first 2 rounds. Actually, I won the first round, and then we split the pot on the second round, and then I went back to the Midwest and let the local guys win, someone else win. But I'm going to race that Index. This car does very well in 650 Index, and of course, I'm here, to watch Dave Franklin, who built the car and has his car here, and he says he's going to retire this weekend from racing, and I'm not sure if that's really going to happen.
We'll see about that. Yeah.
We'll see about that.
All right, I'm Hot Rod Bob. Thanks for tuning in with us. We're here at Barona Raceway, getting ready for Match Race Madness, and Ken's got his amazing AMX.